The gravitational simulator hummed at 2.3 standard units as Alex Martinez collapsed onto the training mat for the third time that morning. Sweat pooled beneath him, evaporating almost instantly in the controlled atmosphere of the Andromeda Stellar Academy's advanced combat facility. Around him, cadets from 17 different species watched with a mixture of concern and bewilderment. "Cadet Martinez, cease immediately," Instructor Vexter rumbled, his four eyes narrowing in what the human had learned to recognize as genuine worry. The Krillian's chitinous plates clicked together as he moved closer. "Your cardiac rhythm is erratic. Your muscle tissue is experiencing microtears at an alarming rate. This is your mandatory rest period." Alex pushed himself up on trembling arms, his chest heaving. "Just one more set, sir." Lisa Chen, his training partner and the only other human in their cohort, groaned from her position by the equipment rack. "Alex, for the love of everything, just listen to him. You've been at this for 4 hours straight." 4.3 hours, corrected Zixra, a Methodian whose species prided themselves on precision. Her crystalline form refracted the facility's lighting into rainbow patterns across the walls. "He has exceeded his prescribed training regimen by 340%. Alex dropped into position again, his arms shaking. The other cadets had finished their morning drills 2 hours ago. Standard protocol dictated a 90-minute training session followed by cellular regeneration therapy and nutritional supplementation. Alex had been at it since 500 hours, and the chronometer now read 9:13. "Martinez," Vexter's voice dropped to the subsonic frequencies that made human bones vibrate. It was his warning tone. "This is not a request. It is a direct order. Rest, now." Alex began his push-ups. 1, 2, 3. Lisa stood, her own muscles still sore from their synchronized combat drill. She'd known Alex for 6 months now, ever since they'd both been selected for the Academy's Elite Vanguard program, an initiative designed to train the galaxy's finest warriors to face the emerging threat from the void expanse. In that time, she'd learned that Alex possessed a particular quality that both impressed and terrified her. He simply didn't know when to quit. 10, 11, 12. "His physiology is extraordinary," whispered T-Call, a Velorian whose species had evolved in 0.6 gravity environments. "My bones would shatter under such strain. How does his skeletal structure maintain integrity?" 23, 24, 25. Vexter's mandibles clicked in frustration. In his 3 decades of instructing at the Academy, he'd trained thousands of warriors. He'd seen Krillian juggernauts who could punch through starship hulls. He'd mentored psionic archons who could manipulate matter with thought alone. He'd even coached a Titanborn whose species naturally thrived in the cores of gas giants. But humans were different. 46, 47, 48. "Lisa," Vexter turned to her, recognizing the futility of his orders. "Explain this behavior. Is he malfunctioning? Do his neural pathways require recalibration?" Lisa sighed, running a hand through her sweat-dampened hair. "No, sir, this is just what we do, what we've always done." "It is illogical," stated Zixra. "His body is clearly reaching critical failure thresholds. Self-preservation should trigger an autonomic shutdown." 61, 62, 63. "Self-preservation," Lisa repeated, a strange smile crossing her face. "That's the thing you all don't understand about humans. Our self-preservation instinct doesn't work like yours. It doesn't tell us to stop when we're tired. It tells us to keep going when others would stop because stopping meant death for our ancestors. On Earth, everything wanted to kill us. Everything. So we learned to outlast them." 79, 80, 81. Alex's arms were on fire. Every push-up sent lightning bolts of pain through his shoulders, his chest, his core. His vision tunneled, darkening at the edges. Somewhere in the distant awareness of his oxygen-deprived brain, he knew this was stupid, reckless even. The Academy's medical staff would probably confine him to regeneration pods for a week after this. But something deeper, something primal and ancient, drove him forward. 93, 94, 95. In our databases, Vexler said slowly, accessing his neural implant, there are records of human endurance. I thought they were exaggerated. Humans running for days without stopping, fighting with mortal wounds, surviving in environments that should kill them instantly. He paused. The other species believed these were myths. They're not myths, Lisa said quietly. We're pursuit predators, sir. Back on Earth, we hunted by literally chasing our prey until they died of exhaustion. We're not the strongest, we're not the fastest, but we keep going when everything else stops. 98, 99, 100. Alex collapsed, his entire body convulsing with the effort of simply breathing. Lisa was beside him instantly, checking his vitals with the portable medical scanner she'd started carrying specifically for moments like this. Pulse 187, blood pressure 160/95, core temperature 39.2 degrees Celsius, she rattled off. He'll live, but he needs regeneration therapy now. Vexler activated his communicator. Medical team to Training Base 7, priority code yellow. He looked down at the trembling human, genuinely confused. Why, Cadet Martinez, you achieved nothing except self-harm. Your performance ratings will not improve. Your muscles require days to repair. Why? Alex rolled onto his back, his chest still heaving. When he finally spoke, his voice was hoarse but steady. Because, sir, the void entities won't care if I'm tired when they come. They won't give us rest periods. They won't wait for us to feel ready. He managed to focus his eyes on the instructor. So I can't, either. The training bay fell silent except for the hum of the gravity simulator and Alex's labored breathing. 3 months later, the attack came. The void incursion struck the Academy's outer defense perimeter at 3:47 hours. Entities, creatures that existed partially outside normal space-time, phased through shields designed to stop conventional weapons. They were nightmares given form, creatures that violated physics and sanity in equal measure. The cadets scrambled to defensive positions. The battle was chaos, pure, unfiltered chaos. For 3 hours they held the line, then 4, then 5. One by one, the alien cadets began to falter. Krillian strength meant nothing when your muscles exceeded their operational parameters. Psionic abilities failed when neural pathways overheated. Even the Titanborn, magnificent in their power, had biological limits. But in Training Bay 7, converted into a defensive strongpoint, 2 humans kept fighting. Lisa's ammunition counter hit 0. She switched to her blade, her movements becoming automatic as exhaustion claimed conscious thought. Beside her, Alex fought with a broken arm and 3 cracked ribs, his face a mask of blood and determination. Alex, she gasped between strikes, we need to fall back, regroup. No, he said simply, we hold here. We can't. We can, he interrupted, deflecting a void tendril that would have torn through her skull. Because we're human, and humans don't know when to quit. Vexler, coordinating the defense from the command center, watched their biometric data with growing disbelief. Both humans had exceeded every safety threshold. By all rights, they should be unconscious, dead even. But they kept fighting. And slowly, impossibly, the tide turned. When reinforcements finally arrived from the inner system, they found the outer perimeter held by 2 humans who could barely stand but refused to fall. In the aftermath, as medical teams swarmed over the wounded, Vexler found Alex in a regeneration pod, his body finally forced into rest by medical override. The instructor's 4 eyes studied the unconscious human with new understanding. The other instructors had been wrong. The humans weren't weak because they lacked natural armor or enhanced strength. They weren't fragile because they could be wounded. They were the most dangerous species in the galaxy, precisely, because they didn't know when to stop. The instructor told him to rest. He did 100 more push-ups. And when the galaxy needed him to stop, when logic and biology and survival instinct all screamed for him to quit, Alex Martinez kept fighting. Because that's what humans did.